still on the process of constructing our own hatchery from scratch. My name is Lenny, and I assist farmers launch successful poultry farms. Guys, of recent, you have seen me from the time we started our own poultry farm 9 years down the line up to now. And we are progressing now. We are still on the third day of constructing this hatchery. Guys, of recent, we introduced our Sasso F1 breed, which we have been breeding in our breeder farm, which we sell at 95 Kenya shillings. We have also introduced commercial layers, which we are selling at 160 Kenya shillings. And we have also introduced the broilers, which we are selling at 100 Kenya shillings. So guys, I am on the site, and you might be wondering what is the progress as at now. So I want us to go together to see where we have what we have been able to do as at now. So I want to show you some of the changes which we have made from the time we started at day one up to date. If you look on the sand, we have reduced it significantly. We have also used part of the machine cut stones, but not a lot. We were using the bushy stones on the foundation, and then we followed now with the machine cut stones for finishing on the foundation. But foundation of the poultry house, of the hatchery, is very key aspect, because if you make a mistake now when you are doing the foundation, you may make a mistake which might cost you in the end. I will explain when I get now to the hatchery down there where we are continuing. We have not yet used our cocoto here. We are going to use it, and I'm going to show you where we are going to use it. Let's go again to look on the materials we had purchased. This is where we had placed now our article. And you might be wondering, where have we used all this article? This is the last wheelbarrow you are seeing here on this place after we have used all of them. So guys, we have finished now on the articles, and we are not going to need them again at any point. So let's guys get to the hatchery and see the progress and how we are going, how we have progressed now from the time we started up to today. So guys, this is the hatchery. I just want to give you some basic explanations. We started by having now the deep excavations for the foundation, which we followed now by filling with the hadicos, which you are seeing we are also using now on the part of the foundation. After that, we use the bush stones to construct now the foundation to ensure that we have a very strong foundation at the beginning. After that, we follow now with constructing with these machine cut stones you are seeing now on this at this area of the hatchery. The other thing we did, we put into consideration some of the major aspects you need to have in hatching for you to succeed. We have a powerhouse here. You might be wondering, why do we have this small room here? This is a powerhouse which we have located here. The reason we have located here is because of the direction of the wind. We want to have the exhaust fan facing on this side, so that the smoke might not be getting out direct in the hatchery, which might bring some contamination or which might bring some bacteria inside the hatchery. So those are some of the aspects we have done in this small house. Now the large house you are seeing here, now this is now the main hatchery, where we are going to have the main hatchery being constructed after we finish the foundation. So I just want you to take you into basics. What we have done, let me just get closer so that you may be able to see. What we have done here, we have ensured that we have carpeted all this floor with these hadicos. The reason we have used the hadicos is because the machines we are going to install in this hatchery, they are very heavy, especially when we are going to introduce eggs now in the machine. They will be very heavy. And if you joke with this part of foundation, you realize you might end up, you might get into a loss, because the machines are going now to be, the floor will be sinking, which might need you to reconstruct or to do some repairs in your hatchery. So when you are doing your construction of your hatchery, make sure you have your hadicos. Then after you arrange the hadicos, make sure you cover with a maram, as you can see in this process which we are doing. So make sure you cover with a maram. After this process, we are going, our engineers are on site doing what they do best. They are going now to have the these are thumping, what do we call them? the thambas. I normally call them the thambas. I shall show you when they will be in action. They will be now having now this maram get in contact with the stone to ensure that the place is very strong and everything is done in the proper manner. After that, tomorrow on our day 4, we are going to get into the most also important aspect. We are going now to have the final foundation, where we are going now to use our kokoto, which we are going now to mix with the sand and the cement. Then we finish on our flooring. Then we shall continue with the process of our construction of our hatchery. So guys, this is the progress we are going to gather. I promised you I'm not going to leave you at any point. I want to make sure when you invest in your hatchery or in your poultry farming, you are not going to make a mistake as long as NEO-HEN farms we exist. One thing I've always promised you is that you don't need struggle. I'm not only provide you with the quality SASO-F1 chicks, the commercial layers and the broilers. I will ensure that you are competent in everything you do to ensure that you don't make any slight mistake when you are investing. Because poultry farming is a capital intensive investment, and if you are not competent, you might end up making a mistake. So I will ensure that when we construct this hatchery house, we are on the process of finishing, we are going to have different compartments. We shall have the egg receiving area, where we are going to have the eggs being stored for some time, with which is a room which will be regulated, temperature and humidity will be regulated, to ensure that the eggs may not start developing at conditions which are not good conditions for them. What normally happens if you leave the eggs to start developing on normal conditions, what normally happens, the embryo normally starts dying at the early days during the first week, and you normally get a low hatch rate. So we are going to have the first compartment, which is the egg receiving area. I shall show you. Then we shall have the incubation area. In the incubation area, this is where we are going now to have the egg setters. It will be divided into two. We shall have the egg setters and the egg hatchers. In the egg setters, that's the place where after we store our eggs, the next step they are going now to get to the egg setters. And before they get to the egg setters, we are going to follow the process of disinfection to ensure that the eggs don't get any bacteria which might affect our hatching. So we are going to disinfect them. Then after the process of disinfection, we shall disinfect and fumigate the machines. Then we shall now have the eggs now get in the egg setters. In the egg setters, that is the place where the eggs are going to stay for the first 18 days. Then after the 18 days, we are going to transfer the eggs now in the egg hatchers. This we now get now after the 18 days in the hatching window period, which is the last 3 days of hatching. At this place, we shall have them in a different room because we don't want contamination at any point. So we are going to have now the egg hatchers at a separate room, so that we may be able now to have our chicks now coming out from that room, and we will have a different form of thorough fumigation, because now the egg hatchers, they normally produce a lot of dirt and a lot of waste, which might end up affecting now the chicks or the eggs which are in the hatchery. So after that, we are going to ensure that also we provide the hatchery with proper ventilation, and we are also going to ensure that we install some fans inside the machines, inside the hatchery, so that the temperature and also the carbon dioxide which comes from the machine is expelled outside the hatchery by those fans. You can as well, if you have a lot of money, you can go further ahead and you can use now the air conditioners, which might sometimes come at a cost in your hatchery, but make sure if you use them, you have an expert who is going to assist you to do them, so that you may not be able to make a mistake. So these are some of the basics, and this is the progress. I just wanted to show you where we are, so that you may not be able to make a mistake when you will be doing your construction of your own hatchery. So here we are, guys. I'm going to go with you step by step up to the end to ensure that you don't make a mistake when you are doing your own investment. Make sure you take the foundation very serious, because this is not just a normal house. Is a house which is going now to accommodate a lot of weight, so it will need a serious foundation. So make sure you do the right thing. And the good thing is that We will not leave you as our client to struggle to make your hatchery or your poultry house. We ensure when you give us work, we deliver to you the best. We ensure that we come with our engineers on site. We guide you on how you are going to construct it, and we construct for you from the beginning to the end. We stock your poultry farm, and then we will make sure we walk with you the journey up to the market. I am also taking orders for day-old chicks. We are taking them for Saso at 95 Kenya shillings, commercial layers at 160, and our broilers we are selling at 100 Kenya shillings. And we are going to deliver wherever you are, and we are going to make sure that you are competent before you invest even a single shilling. I want to appreciate you guys for your support, and let's meet on the 4th day as we are going to see on the progress where we are going to finish now on the concreting the foundation as we continue now with the walling. So guys, thank you so much. Let's meet on the next video.